nuke me sign on them, and he does take a lot of damage, but he does get sapped away at the last minute, and Moon really decides to TP out here. I think he does kill the Lich, but I think Moon probably should have TP'd out earlier. Sort of when that first worm comes out, that's a really good time to start creeping, start attacking, because it's sort of your advantage slowly decreases every second after that worm comes out, and so since the worm had just come out, Fob really had a huge advantage at that point. And taking a quick look at the food, 61 for Fob versus 48 for Moon, so Moon staying in no upkeep, and that's probably wise for now. Quite low Demon Hunter, but is getting rejuvenated, and Panda quite low, not getting rejuvenated, but does have a Pendant of Energy now. That's obviously so useful when you have Haze Fire, which he does. And Anti-Magic Potion as well on the Panda. Obviously that's just to counter the nuking, and one Hippogriff out, but Moon not actually setting a rally point. That might be a mistake there. Building a second one though. And once you get a couple Hippogriffs out, unless I imagine Fob will want to go for Web, but it can be they can actually pose quite a threat to the Frostworms, because you don't want to be spending your Frostworm slow on Hippogriffs, and you could be spending it on bears. And Moon having his bears in non-bear form for just a second at least. I wonder if that was to get the increased mana regeneration, because he knows that he's not going to get creepjacked at this point. He knows that Fob isn't going to come in at this right now. And I wonder what item Moon got. Sorry, I wasn't checking there. Bracers. That's going to be very nice. Obviously, reduced magic damage is just going to be so good. But Fob actually creeping a better spot. Was that Claws plus 12. Put that on the Lich. That's going to be very nice. And the Frostworm's taking a lot of damage. I'm surprised Fob was tanking with it. He should probably coil that back up immediately. And one's are upgrade now on for Moon, and obviously that's very good because it affects all his units despite the sort of wide combination, apart from obviously the one archer, but that's not a big deal. And Moon's having 2 units back. Was it 2 bears? Yeah, it was 2 bears. And they're just going to heal back up. Obviously, you need to have full hit point bears when you're going against worms. And Fob's going back to his base now, not building any more worms. He does have 2 out though, so that's just such tremendous power. And one fiend coming out now, and that's going to put Fob at 78 food. And meanwhile, Moon sending a wisp here, perhaps to scout or perhaps to put up an expansion. And Fob, this would be a good time for Moon to expand. He's only at 47 food though, so he should. He does have 700 gold though, so he should probably start just building up his army, so that if Fob wants to try and cancel that expansion, it's going to be a good fight for Moon, rather than sort of a rollover. And it looks like Moon is now expanding. Yes, he is putting up an expansion. He's putting up 2 expansions. This is very Moon. Oh no, wait, he's putting up 3. Oh, he has an expansion up. Sorry, I haven't even noticed. Moon's put up 3 expansions. Sorry, I haven't been paying attention at all, clearly. It's the imbaness of yellow. In case you don't know, yellow is undead is the most imba thing ever, because you can put up a mine. It doesn't show up on a mini-map, but obviously not a big deal, but it's always the little things, especially yellow, and it looks like Fob has now scouted this expansion, and Moon must have just put this up, or still like 12,000 gold in that, and so Fob, that's quite nice fight for Fob. Moon didn't manage to detonate any of those wisps, by the looks of it, because Death Knight's still at full mana and almost level 5 as well, and these worms now coming in, but a bit out of time with the rest of the army. Meanwhile, Moon's just been tearing up Fob's base though. Fob at 77 out of 40 food now. Moon should really just TP out now. Level 5 on the Demon Hunter, and Moon's about to get ripped up here. He does now TP out, and so 51 food for Moon. I imagine that's just he's been starting producing some wisps maybe for his expansion. Oh no, his expansions aren't yet up. But Moon's has a wisp here that could get scouted, and I'm not sure if Demon Hunter ever actually got, Death Knight ever actually got 5. No, he didn't. So that wisp could actually give him 5, but Fob doesn't actually scout it. And Moon already rebought his TP, and is now going shopping, maybe for a invuln pot or a heal scroll, probably an invuln pot. On the oh no, he doesn't have the need for it one. He does have one on the Demon Hunter already, and he has an anti-magic potion. Fob now scouting this expansion as well though, so 2 out of 3 now scouted, and it looks like will Moon actually cancel it? He really should, because it's definitely going to go down. Yeah, he does cancel it, but Moon should be able to hide this wisp, although Fob can just attack these, Fob should just attack these trees to get all his ghouls in, but it looks like he doesn't need it. The Whisperers go down. Meanwhile, Moon back in Fov's base though, but immediately getting out, and he should TP out now before the bears get killed. And Panda taking a lot of damage, could be staffed out though. The bears out front obviously do a lot of damage to the fiends, but as soon as they get low, Moon really just has to TP them out, and one Hippogriff does go down, and Moon decides to TP out, and I think one of his expansions will actually go up, but one bear goes down at the last second as well to Forked Lightning. But yes, this one expansion is up, and Fov obviously knows Moon's style very well, knows his tendency to mass expansions, and these ghouls are just doing a really good job of just scouting about, and looks like Fov's breaking one off just to scout around different places. Obviously Moon going for subtle places. He hasn't gone for any of the central four because he knows Fov has map control, because he's gone for this large army quickly. And Fov, no acolytes on his gold mine, and that's because he doesn't have any gold at this moment. Oh no, sorry, he does have it, but from the expansion, not from he hasn't started rebuilding his acolytes yet. This is a bit odd. How much gold's left in the mine? Yeah, still 3,000 gold left in the mine, so very worth doing. I'm not sure why he isn't trying to get the advantage of having sort of a second mine running. And meanwhile, Moon's expansion will now be scouted. It's only mined 400 gold, and so it's looking very bad for Moon in this first game, despite Fov being the obvious in the obvious driving seat. And Moon with 68 food, and Fov with something about the same, 67 food, and so Moon deciding to take this fight now. TP's in, and he's going to want to TP in sort of a aggressive position, just so that he can gain all the ground with his bears, and immediately getting haze and fire off on all the fiends and all the worms as well. And Death Knight level 5, but has to move back. Moon immediately using a staff on the bear, and an anti-magic potion on his demon hunter. Does he still have one on his... Yeah, no, he doesn't have one on his panda anymore. Panda almost 5 now. Dark Ritual being used to kill a abomination, which would otherwise have gone down. Very nice there by Fov. It also gives a lot of mana for that Lich. And these two worms actually both still alive, but very low. Moon should really try and kill them. If he does, only maybe ran out of hippogriffs. No, he still has 4 left. Should really try and chase them down. 4 fiends though, so they could web those. But I think Moon should really go for the attack now rather than try and wait any longer. He probably bought a heal scroll there, maybe. Yeah, he did buy a heal scroll. Maybe he bought 2. No, he just bought 1. Moon obviously trying to regenerate as much health as possible before going in for this attack, but he shouldn't wait too long at all. He doesn't know that. I don't think he knows that Fov put up this expansion, but it should be something that he's aware of the possibility of, because Fov was in such control earlier on. And Fov currently at 57 food, Moon at 67, but Fov still in negative food. He only has enough zigs for 50 food. He's putting up another one, but I'll just put him at 60. And he still hasn't put up any acolytes here. I guess it's his negative food, but I thought he would put up acolytes quicker than this. And Moon now has 2 upgrades on his units, whereas Fov might have got some upgrades now. No upgrades yet, although obviously his upgrades would affect all his units now, so it could be worth doing. Also, no destroyers, which is weird considering Moon's now just abusing Roar, really. And Moon coming in for another fight here. Immediately, lots of web and Nova on the Hippogriffs. Obviously, Nova's so good against Hippogriffs because they really bunch up. And Fov just getting sort of the web off, and then immediately running back so that those Hippogriffs are really far away. And also, the increased movement speed is very good. Getting a mana burn on the Death Knight. Death Knight no longer has any mana. And these Hippogriffs I think Hippogriffs are the fastest unit in the game. Non-hero unit, that is. Oh no, he does get the kill in the end. A bit of lag here, sorry. Moon now putting up another expansion, as you can see in this corner here. But good, the lag's over. But first destroyer now out, but immediately getting taken down by all these Hippogriffs. Obviously, no web being used. And I think this might be a last push for Fov here. He's bringing out his ghouls, and Moon's likely to now scout that expansion as well after this fight, I imagine, if Fov doesn't GG out. And Oh, there's one Frostworm being micro back, and Fovs does say GG. So that's game one, quite a good game, I thought. And we'll move on to game two shortly. Okay, now game two between Moon and Fov, and this is going to be on Secret Valley. And I think I had to make a quick call, so I think I'm a bit behind live, and so I might just try and I'll watch with a bit of delay, because I think otherwise I'll be catching up for too long. And late alter for Fov actually went for a Crypt Ziggurat at first. And I'm a bit surprised at Secret Valley actually, because I'm not sure, but I think or I assume at least it's a map selection thing, where since Fov lost the last map, he gets to choose, and I'm a bit surprised that he would go for Secret Valley rather than one of the maps without a tavern to stop Moon from getting a Panda second. But Moon played really well last game. I think Fov sort of dropped the ball a bit as well. I think Fov at one point, I think, had a 30-foot advantage, and he just didn't attack at that point. And I think it was a bit of sort of bad scouting on his part, probably lack of practice as much as anything else.